Today was the Galaxy Unpacked event, as you can see on your screen. Why is it showing us the Book 5 Pro and the Tab S10? But anyway, this is the main page on Samsung's website. Make sure my webcam doesn't freeze. But yeah, S25 series is here. You know, and my last video I talked about I'm not excited for it, and for good reason, because, and of course, all of this is my opinion. I should preface that, right? This is my opinions. I'm sure a lot of people will agree with me. Some people won't, but that's the beauty of choosing your tech reviewer. But a very stagnant year to upgrade. A lot of stuff has stayed the same. Um, not that I was really expecting a lot. I mean, what can Samsung do with their devices already being so good? But just does not bring a lot to the table from last year's S24 series. If you did the pre-order, or I guess the reserve, if you guys did that, you're going to get $50 off. So that's nice that they did that. I think they pretty much do that every year. They're saying here save up to $800 plus dollars, get up to $700 instant trade-in credit. That's nice that Samsung has the instant trade-in credits, because when I purchased the OnePlus 13, they don't have options like that. Okay, here's all the specs and stuff. So let's touch on the specs really quick here. The thing that's a little disappointing, in my opinion, is once again this year, Samsung has chosen to stick with 12 gigabytes of RAM. And it's not that that's a bad amount of RAM. That is a very usable amount of RAM. But it's just the competition has 16, or the option to go with 16. So, you know, with the S25 Ultra, you do have a 1 terabyte option, which the OnePlus 13 does not have. So if you do need that much storage, if you do need a terabyte, which is a lot of storage. I mean, so is half a terabyte. 512 gigs is still a lot of storage for most people. So if you do need a terabyte of storage, you're kind of out of luck with the OnePlus phones this year. Maybe next year they'll bring a 1 terabyte option. Yeah. So that is one advantage that the Samsung devices bring to the table. And I know for sure that's with the Ultra, the 1 terabyte storage option. We'll have to check on the Plus model. I think you can get 1 terabyte in the Plus model too. Oh, I think the $100 credit they're talking about is towards additional products. So, for example, here it says with the S25 and the Plus, the 256 gig storage option, get a $100 credit towards additional products. With the Ultra 512, you get $200 as follows: 120 towards qualifying purchase. Okay, $80 towards additional products. With the big boy, the 1 terabyte, you get $300 credit, 240 towards, I don't know what qualifying purchase is. I'm sure it would tell us somewhere. 60 towards additional products. S25 Plus. So it's kind of all over the place. But no matter what you buy, any of these devices, you're going to get a little something, which is nice. That's a nice incentive. But they're just really trying to get you to spend more money in the Samsung ecosystem. Not that it's a bad one. It's definitely not. But, you know, they're out to make money, so that's what they're going to try to do. So, S25 6.2 inch. It's kind of a more one-hand friendly device. S25 Plus 6.7 inch. The Ultra, pretty sure it's like a 6.8, a little bit bigger than the Plus model. So, for example, I think a lot of people are going to be interested in this one. If we go to the Ultra device, storage, let's say you go with the 512. Well, you might as well right now. You get the free storage upgrade. $12.99. Color, personal preference. We'll just choose one to choose one. Oh, another phone call during a stream. What's going on? This one's from California. Here we go, live on stream. Hello? It's a spam call. They're calling me back. They called me back. Oh, I done hung up. I should have went with it. Would have been a good stream clip. Let's do trade in, type of device, mobile phone. Let's see how much they're giving for someone who has an S24 Ultra. Yes, my device is eligible and in good condition. Samsung device. Oh, you can trade in a Z Fold 6 even. Z Fold 5. Flip 6. Okay, S24 Ultra. Trade-in program agreement. Yes, I agree. So, $900. $900, I mean, that seems pretty good. So you can upgrade for 400. I mean, personally, I don't think it's worth it. There's just not a whole lot different this go around. But if you've got the itch to, $400 for an almost identical phone again. Storage upgrade credit. There's the, okay, total. So it looks like this is an instant trade-in, which is nice. I do like that a bit better than how OnePlus does it. You know, you get a spec bump this year, the Snapdragon 8 Elite. It is a good step forward in mobile processing. Not that last year's Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 is a slouch by any means. What is this right here? It says up to 40% off buds and watches. Let's look at S25 Plus here. You know, I was talking to a friend earlier and kind of discussing like when it comes to the OnePlus 13 here. This is OnePlus's, you know, this is their flagship. They're top of the line. And there's two ways you can go about comparing. You can compare top of the line to top of the line, like compare this to the S25 Ultra, or you can compare it in terms of price, you know, which would be more along the lines of comparing this to the S25 Plus, which that's a weird price. What's going on with this price? $1,019.99. I thought it was just $999. When this pre-order stuff is over, it's going to be $1,120. What is that? You know, that puts it a little over $100 more than the OnePlus 13. The top end, well, the top end OnePlus 13, you'll get more RAM with. You get 16 gigs of RAM. Oh, the 256 gig starts at $999. Okay. The 512 is $20 more. Yeah, that's definitely worth it right now. For $999, that'll get you the 256 gig S25 Plus, whereas it'll get you the 512 gig OnePlus 13. Well, it's hard to compare these back and forth like that because both companies right now have their like pre-order kind of deals going on. So technically right now you can get the free storage upgrade on the OnePlus 2. So you're paying $900 for the 16 gig 512 storage OnePlus 13, and that ends on the 7th of February. So there's still quite a bit of time for that one. So $100 cheaper than the base S25 Plus with double the storage and 4 gigabytes more RAM. Tell me that doesn't just seem kind of crazy to you guys when you hear that. Doesn't that just seem kind of crazy? I mean, I know Samsung, at least if we're comparing the OnePlus 13 to the S25 Plus, Samsung has good lock, so more customization options than the OnePlus brings to the table, if that's what you're into. Cameras is very subjective, so it's hard to say there, but bigger battery, a quite substantial bigger battery on the OnePlus 13, way faster charging, right? Like things that actually matter. Same chipset, Snapdragon 8 Elite. Now you will get 7 years of updates with the Samsung, but that's also another thing, depending on who you ask, how much that matters. To me, it doesn't matter a whole lot. I think 4 years is a good lifespan for a phone for Android updates. I think by then most people should be upgrading their phones anyway. at the 4 or 5 year mark. But yeah, it's just weird to think as of right now, today, the 22nd of January, $100 cheaper to get the top end OnePlus, double the storage, 4 gigs more RAM, faster charging. I would say the cameras are closer than you might think. I don't know. I don't really test cameras that in depth on my channel. That's just my educated guess. So that's kind of mind blowing. $120 more for the same storage option, 512 gig. Now, if you compare top end to top end, the Ultra to the OnePlus 13, it gets even crazier in my opinion. Because although right now they're doing the free storage upgrade, $1,300 for the same amount of storage as the OnePlus 13, and it has 4 gigs less RAM. Now, I know the Ultra comes with the S Pen. Oh, also, forgot to mention Samsung DeX, if that's a feature you use, right? That's not on OnePlus. So these are kind of like exclusive things to Samsung. But you know, outside of those two and Samsung Good Lock, of course, all the fancy customizations, $300 more. And technically, right now, it's $400 more because you get the free storage upgrade with the OnePlus. So $900 will get you this top of the line. $1,300 for Samsung. I mean, isn't that just kind of crazy? I mean, it is to me. And then when all of this ends, when these deals end, right? The 512 gig S24 or sorry, S25 Ultra, $1,420. So again, still over $400 more for the same amount of storage, less RAM, and a smaller battery, slower charging. So it's just kind of mind-blowing to me. Of course, this is a good device, right? We all know that. This is going to get good reviews. Fantastic devices, as always, every year. But year to year, this is probably the most minimal upgrade Samsung has had in many, many years. Just doesn't seem all that competitive to me to be this much more than the competition. But again, that comes down to your personal judgment. What factors in a smartphone you put more weighting into? The 7 years of updates might matter a lot to you. You know, so over a 7-year span, if you pay this $1,300 for the S25 Ultra 512 gig, and you keep it 7 years, then it might be worth it financially to pay $400 more for this device. But you know, they do have nice colors, but just a very boring, and the deals are pretty decent, you know, so that's good to see. But they do that pretty much every year, you know. So yeah, that's really all I can really say. Again, my video I posted a day and a half ago at this point. I still stand by that. It's just not very exciting, but you guys can let me know. Let me know what you're upgrading from if you're choosing to upgrade. S22 series, S23 series, right? So, yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. And hey, we'll catch you in the next live stream.